Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Court of Souls.
Court of Souls.
You know,
We should have called it. Why didn't we call this Court of Souls? That would have been so much cooler of a name, Adam, and it would have made sense.
Not a cool.
We haven't been in the Court of Swords in years, Adam. We've been in the Court of the Souls. You know what I'm saying?
We were in the Court of Swords. We were in the Court of Swords like 10 episodes ago. Relax yourself.
Was it 10? Only 10? Feels so much.
I don't think
longer.
you've been in the court. You haven't been in the Court of the Voids that long. The Court of the Void that long.
It just feels really long.
It does.
Everything.
I mean,
feels
yeah, the
like,
place fucking sucks your soul. So
it's true.
Yeah. You imagine if time moves faster or slower here, and we get back.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been asking about that. I've had a lot of questions in the community thing, and I don't know where that little like thing got started, where people are like, oh, they're gonna get back, and it's gonna be like 100 years. Because yeah, like I have the time to make 100 years of continuity while you're gone. Because the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna be like, so what happened? And I'll be like, God, I don't know, nothing. Don't worry about it. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't envision it being that different. But yeah, it would be funny. It'd be a good way to just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna throw out everything that we were working on in the real world, and you get back, and heaven's already knocked over, and the primordials they're all back already. All those things you wanted, they're done. You got them.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's how it makes sense. Yeah.
Everything's in paradise, and now you're here to ruin it.
Yeah, indeed.
Yes. Oh, that would be awesome if we came back. It was millions of years later, or hundreds or whatever, and Kalimot is this dragon king, and he's rules over everything he sees.
Right. That'd be nice. It probably won't happen.
I could RP that.
Yeah, it probably won't happen though.
No, you're done. That character's not yours anymore.
Yeah, I don't think
mine
so.
now.
Now let's not be too hasty. Things happen in the Court of Swords.
It's fine. It's fine.
Anyways, where to begin? Adam, you got a haircut, right? I saw the tweets. What you just? What changed? It looks new and dyed. Is that it?
It is. Yeah, that's mainly it. Yeah, I just trimmed the edge so it didn't I'm growing it out still, so did that. But yeah, mostly it was just getting it dyed again because in the summer, I don't know if this is, I feel like Zeke, you're the only one with any experience with this, but in the summer, if you have your hair dyed and you go outside at all, the dye just doesn't last. Like it bleaches out way faster because of the sun. I remember the second year of TwitchCon, I dyed it right before I went to TwitchCon, and it was super sunny, and I was outside like 3 or 4 times, and by the time I got back, like the dye was just like, it was done. The sun is a horrific ball of nuclear fire. And
I don't like we should get rid of the sun. We should really just.
Can we just get rid of it? That'd be great if we could just do that.
Just put some nukes into it and do absolutely
Maybe if
nothing.
it was a dull kind of green glow, like Court of the Void.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Just an eternal green glow. No, that would be bad. That'd actually be really, really
nuclear
bad.
weapons into the sun wouldn't help because we saw what it did with Superman, and that didn't do anything.
I know, but it'd still be fun, right? Like it'd be kind of fun. Actually, don't nuclear explosions or sizable explosions occur on the surface of the sun like nonstop? Like right now?
Yes, the sun is a continuously exploding.
Let's get into
ball.
space.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Why don't we just listen to the
that.
They Might Be Giant song about the sun?
What
Right,
song
the sun
is
a mass of incandescent gas.
Incandescent
I believe
gas.
is that?
Yeah.
A gigantic nuclear furnace. Wow, I haven't heard that song since I was a teenager.
Yeah, is that still banned? Do they still exist?
Yes.
Have they figured out if they're
played at Gen Con
giants
last
yet?
year?
They played it.
No, I don't. Yeah, they played at Gen Con. They did a concert at Gen Con last year.
How the mighty have fallen. What about the
I
mighty
didn't go,
Bosstones? Are they still mighty? Or are they just called the Bosstones? What's going on with them?
I don't think they. This is weird because I had a
Squirrel nut
long
zippers.
conversation.
Let's talk about them.
Wait. They have changed their name to like the suddenly downtrodden Bosstones.
Yeah, the hard luck,
standard boss tones.
hard luck tones. That used to be bosses, no longer.
The dad bod Bosstones.
There you go.
Yeah.
I listen to those.
Yeah,
guys.
I don't think so. I don't think the mighty boss tones have released any new music in quite some time.
They
which
were
I think
great.
reduces their mightiness.
Yeah, they were great. For
I
that.
mean,
name
they
more
were
than
great if
3
you liked
Bosstone
90s
songs.
ska.
Yeah, they only have like one
right.
song, right?
I'm not scared. I'll raise my
Easy.
hand to that shit. I was Bosstones and Rancid. Like, dude, I was all about it.
Oh yeah, no, I listened to them. I'm just saying, do they have more than one good song? I don't know.
Oh yeah, they had like 4.
Okay.
Name them without
name
looking
them?
at Wikipedia.
Royal Oil, the impression that I get, there was this place, and the name of the place escapes me. I can't remember the name of that song. And the song about Frank Sinatra. I don't know the titles, but I can sing them for you. Royal Oil is my favorite, though. Royal Oil is great.
I feel like the impression that I get is the Mighty Mighty Boss Tone song that everybody knows.
It's the go-to song.
I think that's the song.
Yeah, it's a go-to.
Yeah.
It's good.
Someday, I suppose. That was one of them.
Jesus.
Yeah. Mighty Mighty Boss. This is the second time in a couple of weeks that I've had like a conversation about this band in particular before playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Ska's coming back, so
it's a distressing pattern. I don't think I like it. I didn't like ska then. I don't.
Yeah,
like
right.
it
With
now.
Ska coming back.
I'd be into it. I like big bands.
I'll take it over a lot of musical trends.
Here's what.
That have
No,
happened
they're gonna do ska, but it's all gonna be electronic. They're gonna call it. Wait for it.
Skatronic.
Here we go.
They're gonna call it skis. That's what they're gonna call it.
No, Scub.
The worst.
They're gonna call it Scub-Skep.
Scub-Skep. I like skis. There's gonna be two different types. One's gonna be skis. One's gonna be Scub-Skep. Scub-Skep will be very bass heavy.
Scub-Skep is hard to say. No one would ever make. Scub-Skep.
We're just.
So what kind of music do you guys play? We play Witch Scub.
It's
what?
Witch Scub. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is how musical
listen,
genres are formed, though. You just make them up at random.
Yeah, you
That's
just invent them.
Yeah. And then you just say it enough, and then will it into existence. That's how it goes. Trust me, I know a thing or two about willing music into existence. Okay, I know how it works. I've been around the musical industry my entire life. You guys just don't even know.
I too have listened to music.
Yeah, I listen to the radio.
That's all I got.
I know a thing or two.
I've heard Marconi play the Mamba.
Indeed.
Oh boy.
Adam, besides dying of hair and getting a cut and listening to ska, what else have you been doing the past week?
That's a really good way to make a thing seem like it's real when it isn't.
Man, you just put that evil right on him, didn't you, JP?
Just throw that right in there. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Besides doing heroin, what have you been up to? Honestly, I would rather do heroin than listen to an entire Mighty Mighty Boss Tones album.
I'm
I'll
sure
just
a
say
lot
that.
of people would.
Come on!
That's not an outlandish
If somebody
statement.
said to me, you have to listen to an entire Mighty Mighty Boss Tones album or shoot this heroin, I would get over my fear of needles and I would do the heroin. Like I just
Hand me the spoon
then
already.
I would
God.
listen to the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones album
I don't
because
think
I'm
that's
high on
that
heroin.
shocking. I don't believe. I don't think that's that.
I don't think it is either. No, I honestly don't think it is. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I played a little bit of Magic. I've been playing there's a new set that just came out, and we did the streamer like full day preview event of it yesterday.
Nice.
Pretty good. Yeah. It's funny because they're making this Magic the Gathering anime show for Netflix. And they haven't really announced anything about it yet, but
Getting a lot of shows.
the
for
art,
Netflix. Go ahead. Sorry.
the art that they're showing for it, all features this planeswalker, Chandra, right? So they've used her in the art, and coincidentally, Chandra is like the main character of this new set and gets like 6 different cards named after her, and they're like really pushing her as a character really hard, and you're like, oh, I see what's going on here. I understand. It's brand synergy. You're just doing you're doing the thing. Yeah. So I don't know about that. That's kind of weird. But the new set seems cool. They're bringing back some old mechanics that we haven't seen in a while. I played a little bit of it, but yeah, I've mostly just been getting ready for the Far Verona. I had another phone call with DJ Wheat today about his Far Verona character. I love what a nerd Wheat is. It's so good. So while we were doing character creation, for people who don't know this about Marcus, he gets very excited about new role-playing games. And he's coming in to do Far Verona Season 2 with us. And during character creation, I'm sitting here doing the stream, making the characters with everybody. And my Slack just keeps going like, boop, boop, boop. So I look over and I'm like, oh, good. Marcus is having a second separate conversation with me over here in Slack. And then right after we were done, he's like, I've got like 17 questions. Can we just we schedule a call? And then we did.
Yep.
And we had another one. He's very excited, which is it's making me excited. Like as a GM, you want to have players like that. You want to have players who are like excited to sit down and to play the game and to do the thing. And his enthusiasm is infectious. So I've been I've been thinking a lot about making lots of notes and get ready for the premiere on Saturday because it's
Nice.
It's coming up quick. Yeah.
Yeah, Marcus
get ready
is
for that.
always fun to play for and with. I'm assuming.
Yeah. And other than that, I saw some movies. Saw some very bad movies. Saw a couple of good movies, mostly bad movies this month. I can confirm now, personally, having seen it, Dark Phoenix sucks so bad.
Oh, why would you go see that?
Just so bad. Because, I like it. There's something about going to see a movie that I really like. And even I've seen worse movies than Dark Phoenix in the theater. I will readily say this. I saw every Underworld movie in the theater.
So did I. Those were great movies. You take that
I've seen
back.
all of the Resident
Kate
Evil. I've seen all the
Beckinsale's a
Resident Evil
treasure.
movies in the theater. Yeah, I just I don't care. I don't go to see movies because they're good. I go to see movies because they're movies, and I just want to have the experience. But holy, Dark Phoenix was real bad.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
That franchise just needs to be. They just need to throw it away.
That's
They just
what they're
need to,
doing.
bundle it up.
It's done.
Yeah, and
for
be
2
like,
years.
no more X-Men. Let's just let them go for now.
Yep.
And then yeah.
They're letting people they've been out there saying yeah, we're gonna let people forget about X-Men, and then we're gonna bring them into the fold in 3 or 4 years when we actually start. When people begin to forget. That was really a hard sentence to get out. Begin to forget that Hugh Jackman was Wolverine, and they'll just get someone else in there. That's smart. That's how you do it. It's the best thing to do.
Yeah, I think it's a good call because they have not been good for. I'm gonna just say ever. I think maybe none of them are good. I think they're all like a 6
Logan was
or
really
lower.
good. Logan was really
I don't.
good.
I was talking about
okay.
this. I don't.
That was about it.
Yeah,
That
I
wasn't
don't
bad.
think.
You're
I don't
right,
think
man.
Logan. Yeah, I don't think Logan counts. I think Logan is. It's a movie featuring X-Men characters, but I wouldn't consider it's a Wolverine movie. And
Sure.
it's good. It's a good film on its own. First Class was okay. I think it's at the top of the pile, but First Class
Yeah.
is still only like a 7 out of 10 at best. The first X-Men movie was okay, but it came out in an age when we were just so desperate for good superhero
You remember the
movies.
third X-Men movie?
Oh, so bad. So bad.
That's
yeah.
a movie worth never watching right there. I can think of a lot of movies that you might want to watch over that movie without a doubt. Like, Jesus, it's bad. Yeah, it's real bad. It's bad.
So
Well, I guess I know if someone asked me what guilty pleasure movies I have, I guess the X-Men are going to be on there from now on.
Yeah, they're not.
Since
Here's
apparently
the thing.
they're terrible.
no, you don't have to feel.
I don't believe
Listen,
they're that
Zeke,
bad.
just-
The third one though is hot
Just
shit.
just start a list. Just start a list. You can put the Mighty Mighty Boss Zones at the top. You can put
Yes.
the X-Men movies at the next thing.
Yep.
Keep telling us
No.
things you like, and then we'll just keep telling you not to like them.
Well,
The more I start telling people what I like, the more I realize I have really bad taste in stuff.
I'm not going to argue with you on that. Based on my personal experience, the time that I've spent with you, Zeke, I think probably you're a dirtbag with bad taste, but it's not your fault.
Oh
And
my
there's nothing to feel bad
God.
about that. You're allowed.
Come with me, follow me, masses. I will be your king.
Did this translate
Someone had
when
to
you guys
buy
were in
Creed
Japan as well?
albums. That man was me.
Was Zeke like, I like this, and you
Yep.
tried some food in Japan. You're like, Jesus fuck, Zeke, what are you doing?
yeah, it's probably how. It
You
happened.
think McDonald's stays in business from people with good taste? No, we have the numbers.
Don't knock on McDonald's. McDonald's is great. They do a fine product there at the Mickey D's.
Are they a new sponsor?
I'm loving it.
I
man.
thought Wendy's
I'm
was
loving
our
it.
fast food sponsor. I thought, okay, all right.
Oh my
Moving up
God!
the world.
Speaking of
Wendy's
fast
way
food,
over fucking
Uh-huh.
McDonald's is our sponsor.
guys,
Wait, real quick,
I can get
before
food.
you go, JP, real
Okay,
quick.
go ahead. I'll keep whispering.
Who would win in a fight, Wendy or Ronald McDonald?
Ronald.
You think Ronald
wears
would beat the shit out of Wendy?
Ronald wears the clown
Yeah.
makeup because he's got bruises all over his body from the weekend fucking fighting ring, no holds
Right.
barred that he goes to. Wendy is a
Fucking in a fight club.
yeah. Wendy is like a 9-year-old girl. Ronald goes to fight clubs.
Wendy's got a crazy look in her eye that says like I have a fucking knife or I'm gonna.
Have you
poison
ever-
like, crazy shit?
I don't
Yeah, have
know
you
about
ever
that.
watched an anime,
Ronald-
dude? Like those are
Ronald
the
McDonald.
characters you watch out
Ronald
for.
Ronald
McDonald
hangs out with the
fighting-
fucking Hamburglar, the goddamn criminal.
They're enemies.
He hangs out.
Well, listen, Ronald McDonald fighting Wendy would be like John Wayne Gacy fighting Anne of Green Gables. Like,
Sure, those
there's
are
no
people.
question. It's a crazy clown. It's a crazy clown with a knife. He'd murder her.
He
That's
would.
what would happen.
And then he'd give you a
No,
goddamn
terrifying.
Happy Meal afterwards. That's what would happen.
Yeah.
Are
I
there
don't know, man. That she kind of reminds me of Pippi Longstocking. That chick had power.
are there anyone else? Is Ronald
There's
McDonald?
a
in-
holy trinity of Wendy, Pippi Longstocking, and Anne of Green Gables. Like I think
That
there are
might
three
work, yeah.
facets of the same dark entity. I could buy into that
Is
canon.
Is there anyone else that McDonald's? It's Ronald McDonald and the Hamburglar. Is there a third person that they have under
There's
the
other stuff.
McDonald
yeah,
umbrella?
Grimace.
Grimace.
Who's
There's
Grimace?
Grimace. There's Mayor McCheese.
Yeah. What were they were
There's
like the kids. Grimace is the big purple
the chicken girl.
lump. Yeah,
chicken
they were like the
girl.
McNugget kids or something.
How
Yeah.
come I don't remember any of these things? Did they have toys?
Yeah.
There was like the,
Grimace
the
was the big
McNugget
purple
buddies. That's
thing.
what they were called. Grimace was the big purple taste bud. It was supposed to originally be a bad guy, and then they made him a good guy.
They have Captain
whole thing.
McFlurry. No, I'm just kidding. I made that up.
You're
Well,
just making that
the
shit
reason
up.
why I know because I was one of the lucky ones that grew up with a McDonald's with an actual McDonald's playland with like
Oh yeah.
metal,
Oh,
like
yeah.
metal structures.
Yep.
With like you could climb inside of like Mayor McCheese. Like he was like
I could never do
one of
that.
those like
That's
in
not a
prison
selling
that you go-
point.
Yeah, I never was able to climb inside Mayor McCheese.
Hey kids, climb on inside Mayor
I do
McCheese.
remember playing in those metal playgrounds, though, Zeke. And then when I would leave because it was like time to go, I would walk around with my finger like this and find like my brother and shock
Yep.
the fucking shit out of him with the electric.
Yep.
Like it was.
Oh, yeah,
I
it
felt
was-
like a goddamn superhero. It was insane.
Before
how
they
much
thought
static
about
shock.
like kids safety, like you would go there on a summer day and you'd be like, I'm gonna go in Mayor McCheese. Ah! Ah!
Well, that too. That too. Yeah, you would burn yourself. Yeah, that was no fun. But this. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know how we got here, Adam. This is all your fault.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know either. I
Mighty
Honestly,
Boston started it all.
It started
I
it
blame
all.
I blame Dickie. It's his
Yeah.
fault.
Yeah.
See, you even know his name.
I told you I was having a long conversation about this not that long ago, so this is old territory for me.
Jesus. Mr. DansGaming, what have you been up to? You seen any movies recently? You playing the games recently? What are you doing?
I've been playing the campaign for They Are Billions,
Okay.
and it's fun. If you played the survival mode, it's like a mix of that, but like there's an overarching tech tree that you like earn stuff doing the missions. Like you earn research points by doing missions.
Mm-hmm.
The new thing they added was hero missions, where you have like a hero and you go through a map. Like remember in StarCraft where where you don't build stuff, you just have like a set number of troops and stuff.
Yep.
They have those missions, but they're very tedious, long, and dull.
Okay.
So that they're a big slog trying to get through those.
There's no like RPG elements for that for the heroes or
Like your hero can pick up stuff like grenades and first aid kits, but it's mostly just auto attacking and waiting for, like you have to kill 90 plus dudes auto attacking on your own, just waiting for it in each room, and it just gets really, really boring. But everything else about it's really fun. I like the campaign mode thing.
yeah. I think I
Yeah,
watched a bit of that stream, and every time someone would select a normal soldier, it just gave me like nostalgia flashbacks to StarCraft 1 when he would right click a Marine and do his little voice line. So
Yep.
I gotta stay away from that game or I'll get too into it.
That shit was so epic when I was a kid, playing the first StarCraft.
Oh yeah, just get the biggest fucking 200 army and just throw it at the AI and see what happens. It was good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I still remember like just being in awe at the cutscene of them getting overrun by the Zerg and then finding out later that Kerrigan was still alive.
Yep.
It was like a huge thing.
StarCraft 1 was good. That's when they made good RTSs back then. I mean, StarCraft 2 was good as well. It was a pretty good game. It's probably the entire reason I'm here, so I can't shit on it too much.
It was pretty good,
First-
I guess.
Yeah, the first part was really good. The second part was good, and the last part was forgettable.
I never played
Of StarCraft 2.
Legacy. Was that Legacy of the Void? I didn't even play that
Yeah, that
single
one.
player. I didn't play
It came
it.
out so far like after the first, like you forgot everything, and
Yeah.
it wasn't very good. It was just disappointing.
Yep. What about that Mario Maker 2? You getting any Mario making in your life?
I played a bit of that, but just like the first game, I had my fill after a couple of days.
Yeah, the single player component didn't do it for you?
It was all right. Like, playing levels is a lot of people trolling constantly, like really, really brutal levels. It's fun to watch people suffer through that. but playing it gets old after a while for me.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But if you like Mario Maker 1 a lot, it's like just like Mario Maker 1, but has a lot more new features and stuff.
Sure.
It's pretty cool.
Makes sense. What about movies? What about Dan's movie minute? What have you been seeing? What's hot? What's on the? I don't know. What's
I saw
billboards
the last movie I
these days?
saw
What do you
was
say?
Annabelle Comes Home.
Great.
It
Horror
was
movie.
it was an okay horror movie. It wasn't that bad.
Is that the doll
Are
movie?
you,
The doll one, yeah.
Okay.
Dan, are you gonna go see Midsummer?
Probably.
Yeah. Did you see Hereditary?
No, not yet. I need to.
Oh, dude, you should watch both of them like in the same day. Like watch Hereditary and then go see Midsummer. It's the same director, Midsummer. I think it's gonna be probably the best horror movie like of the year. I'm not a big horror movie guy, but Hereditary was so good, and everything I've seen from Midsummer looks awesome.
Yeah, I will do
I'm
that.
excited. It's supposed to. I think it's coming out tonight in America. I can't watch it till tomorrow night, but I couldn't find a theater.
I think that sounds right. Yeah, I know Spider-Man came out last night. I'm going to see that tomorrow, but it's fucking weird to have that come out on a Tuesday, but I guess because the holiday on Thursday or whatever. But
I completely forgot about Spider-Man. I gotta see that too.
yeah, that's true. Should be good. Got good reviews. And then yeah, I don't. Apart from that, are there any other big movies out this summer? What else is out? I guess summer's over in like
Yesterday
30
came out.
days. What was it?
The movie yesterday came out.
Oh, did
about
you see
that?
that?
Oh yeah, that
I wanna see that.
Beatles one.
I never saw it. I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
That came out. There's some other ones that I know.
Such a weird premise for that movie.
It's a great premise,
so
though.
Goofy. Well, yeah, like I mean, if you don't examine it too hard, it's a great premise, but it just like it exists on the idea that if the Beatles didn't exist, nothing about music would have changed. Like
Sure,
if you came out with Back in the USSR today, people would be like, okay, guess that's good. But like the movie does this weird deification of the Beatles thing, which I guess is the point of the movie. Like you don't go to see it if you don't like love the Beatles.
Yeah, if you
music,
hate the
but it
Beatles,
is,
it's not for you.
or even if you just like don't really like know or care about them. Like the idea that so the premise of the movie is that the Beatles music, this something happens to this guy and he wakes up and nobody remembers the Beatles and he's a singer-songwriter and he kind of like makes his career on pretending that he wrote all these Beatles songs.
Yeah.
And it's fine, but it's like it just ignores the fact that if there were no Beatles, then like there'd be no Coldplay, there'd be no.
There'd be a lot of
I mean, the English
no
music scene in
things.
general would be very different. Modern music would be super different.
Right.
Um,
There is a really good line.
But
though.
I'm-
Well, go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the. Good
I was just
line.
gonna say I'm curious to see. Like, I bet it's not going to be good, but I want to see it to see what they do with the premise, to see if there's more to it than that.
The good line from the trailer that I saw was Ed Sheeran trying to convince the guy that it should be "Hey Dude" instead of "Hey Jude," and that's like classic Ed Sheeran bullshit to do. I really like that.
Right, and like Ed Sheeran would not be a famous musician if the Beatles didn't exist.
Right.
So why, like, I don't, like, he wouldn't be around to be famous to tell the guy to make a bad version of a Beatles song because the Beatles didn't exist, so his career wouldn't. So like, I don't.
I mean, maybe they touch on them. We haven't seen the movie, Adam. all
Yeah,
right?
and that's what I'm curious about. It's like, yeah, what are they gonna do with that?
Yeah.
I love that kind of movie. Like, I love alternate reality, like, butterfly effect style things. Not the butterfly effect though, because, oh boy.
No, that movie's good.
But that kind of thing is really cool.
The second one's done. Did you know they made a second one of those? There might even be a third one now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh,
Chad,
boy.
is there a third butterfly effect? I don't think Ashton Kutcher was in either one, but I think there might be a third one.
Did you know they made 4 Species movies? I learned that on the weekend. Yeah, if they make a bad movie and some people watch it, they'll make 17 more bad movies based on the same premise.
That's true. That's true. Max, what's been going on with you? You've been in Florida doing Florida stuff.
Yeah, I was in Florida because of a family emergency for Amanda's side, her family. I'm back now, and as far as games I played, last night I played Hitman's new map that came out, which is great. It's Hitman 2.
Is that just more Hitman?
Awesome, love that game. Good stuff.
Yeah. I watched you put rat poison in some cocaine, and then decided that was enough Hitman for me, and I fell asleep. So it seems like Hitman to me. Seems like a good time.
I did.
Yeah.
It's great because it's just in this bank, and you walk into the bathroom, and there's just lines of cocaine on the top of this trash can. And then somebody like came in there like, "Hey, what are you doing in here?" So I was like, "What? I can't just do cocaine in this bathroom in peace?" Like,
Yeah.
then I poisoned it. It's great.
It's good
It's
stuff.
good times. Those games are fantastic. They strike a chord with me very well. Just there's so much replayability, and the map detail is really, really cool. I feel like a lot of people run through those maps and like the story
Once.
super quick without actually like going through, because they're meant to be enjoyed multiple times and explore different paths.
Right.
I create my own challenges. Like one of the favorite ones is we'll do it the regular way, and then we use the fish that you can use. And we just do an all fish run. So you either throw the fish at people to incapacitate them, or you come up and just fucking smack the shit out of them with a fish, and it never gets old because the sound and everything is just so satisfying.
Yeah.
I
know in
did
that DLC you can throw a sandwich at people. You can punch people.
Oh yeah,
with
you
the
can take a
sandwich.
cheeseburger and just fucking. it's really good. It's some
so
good
stupid.
content.
It's so stupid.
It's fantastic.
I wish
It's
the
stupid, but
multiplayer
it's
was
really
better.
good.
Like I wish they had done something different or better with the multiplayer aspect.
We should play the
than
multiplayer
Hitman.
sometime if you're even remotely interested in the ghosts mode.
Here's the
That's,
thing.
that's pretty fun.
It is, but
I
it-
agree. They could have done more.
The multiplayer being good hinges on the fact that both players are good at the game. Because if both players are bad at the game, then it's just failure after failure after failure. Like there's no room to fuck around in it. It hinges on like being good or being successful.
Depends on what you mean by fuck around in it,
I want
because-
like Gang Beast Hitman 2.
right.
I don't want
I hear
like
you.
I'm the best at Hitman 2, Hitman 2. You know? It's not a competitive game.
There
You may
is a
not be
game.
needed. Oh, there you are.
No, there's a game that I interviewed someone about during E3, and it's like Gang Beast, Battle Royale MXC, and I can't remember the name of it.
What is MXC?
It looks so fucking good. MXC with the helmets. Don't get eliminated.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I remember. I watched you do that interview, and now I'm forgetting. It was
Fall Guys.
Yeah,
Fall Guys. Thank
yes,
you. Mountain of
yes.
Meat. That game is going to be
Fall
so
Guys, yeah.
fucking awesome.
The
I
game
can't
looks
wait.
really good. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I'll definitely play that.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It's based on just the whole, like, I mean, it's an old Gmod mode where you just have to run up the thing and not get hit by stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just have like different levels, but it's like you're controlling the Gang Beast characters, like the drunk baby model. Like they're like they're trying to get like
Yeah.
from point A to point B.
Yeah, that's good.
I like the drunk baby noises.
I mean, that's what they sound like. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty.
But if anybody likes Hitman 2, definitely check that shit out. And it also said to be continued at the end of it, because it was like an extension of the main storyline in Hitman 2. I'm glad that they're still making Hitman 2 content, because that stuff's fun for me.
Yeah.
I enjoy it a lot.
It's super fun.
It's one of those games too. I enjoy it so much. We already kind of dabbled around with it on the stream. I think we were playing Hitman 1 or 2, like the side missions after you've beaten the main campaign. It's like a little extra thing that you can do on them and run through the same level, but a different way with a different objective. We did like our own speed run kind of shit. Like I was just trying to figure out a route on each level, and I actually got a lot of them down like pretty good. I kind of want to see if I can speed run that game, because it'd be so fun. It'd be really good.
I mean, I guess it's all on like a pre-designed loop, right? Like everything is starts out and happens in the
Yeah.
same way, so you could probably speedrun it pretty effectively. Yeah.
But I'm sure it's, I'm never gonna be like, like fucking SGDQ kind of level of stuff. But
I think you could.
I don't know. Sometimes they have people on there that seems
Yeah.
like they just
You could probably do it. You might be able to do it. It might be fun.
maybe
Yeah. Just
like
start
I'm not the best
practicing.
at it, but I know how to talk.
Just start
And they're like,
practicing.
oh, really?
Yeah. Just start practicing. And then you can just have the couch tell you what to do. That's really what they should do for some GDQ stuff, is bring in someone who's never played the game before and have the couch instruct them how to do it. Because that would just be great content, I think. For like maybe a game that's really bare bones and not actually difficult. They should do that. Be good times. Last but not least, Zeke, what have you been up to the past week? What have you been doing?
I've been laying in bed for a few
Nice.
days.
That's great.
I had a nice little staycation where I built up a I don't know. Have you heard of ambergris? Like the stuff that whales have that they put in perfume?
No.
Like I built something like that up.
Oh,
A kind of
Good.
a
That's-
funky oil
Nice.
that that I built up on myself because I didn't feel like moving or going anywhere or doing anything besides watching TV and ordering Uber Eats and DoorDash.
It's great.
So I did that for about 4 days. That was great.
Yeah.
And then I called my mom and said, "Hey, Mom, I need you to help me clean my house because that's the only thing that's gonna help me right now. I'm gonna shower, and then you come over. Then she came over, we did it, and then I was like, okay, I'm better. I went back to work and I played some. Got back to Judgment.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm had a good day with that yesterday, and I'm looking forward to continuing on with that. And there's just so many games that are just piled up that I really need to get to, and I just don't have enough time to get to all of them.
Well, there's nothing out in July, so you're good to go. Unless you're a big, I know you're a big Marvel superheroes fan, so that's on the 18th, and then you're really into the Fire Emblem world, so that's later this month as well.
Oh, speaking of that, funny that you should mention that because you know what I've been doing in my off time? You know, my new game that I've been playing? I haven't played auto chess in like, I don't know, many weeks. I picked up Dragon Quest again and I'm finishing it.
Dragon Quest.
I know,
Yeah.
dude.
I remember you guys talking about that
like
forever ago.
BioWare
Cool.
Dragon Quest?
Dragon Quest 11.
That's Dragon Age, Grandpa.
Oh, man.
No, what the fuck?
That's why that was like, why the
You even
fuck?
talked about and recommended Dragon
No,
Quest.
no, it's
forever
good,
ago.
but for some reason it didn't click. I was like, why the fuck are you playing Dragon Age again? What the fuck? No, but Dragon Quest is good. Did you pick it up on the Switch? Is that what you're playing it on? Is it out on the Switch?
No, I didn't
yet?
know it even released on the Switch.
I don't know if it's out on the Switch yet. It might
I
not
don't
be.
think so. But no, I've
Is
just
it
been
coming
playing
out on the
it
Switch?
It is. Yeah,
on just on my off time. I've been just going through quests, making armor, and
yeah,
you know
it's good.
that kind of stuff. Having fun with that.
Good stuff.
It's a good grindy time waster.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. All right. Well, Max, specifically you, and not because you'll forget, but because things happened at the end of last episode while you were gone.
That's what I've been told. And I asked Adam, like, very casually, like, oh, Pop,
Yeah,
what happened? Can
Max-
you just fill me in real quick? I'm sure nothing of importance happened. And he was like,
yeah.
Yeah, Max had to dip right before everything kind of went weird. So
Yeah. So enjoy the recap, Max. This one's for
Okay.
you.
Previously on Court of Swords, Broken Promises, Maharib, and Amira are caught in a terrific explosion. The aforementioned punchline now delivered by the fool in verse. They survive, but Miss Tippets is badly damaged in the blast. Berg and Ramus are living the high life in the safe house, surrounded by the toughs that serve as honor guard and soldiers to the Lodge Glorious, and its commander, the Dragon Knight. One approaches, clearly itching for a fight, but somehow Ramus ends up charming the man in the first of a series of entirely unlikely successful moves he'll make tonight. Amira doesn't trust Broken Promises, but after an impassioned speech and a sworn blood oath she shouldn't know how to enact, Amira comes around. They split up. Broken Promises headed for the Divine Comedy, and our Goliath tieflings head for the safe house. Broken Promises arrives and disguises herself as an old fortune teller, a blasphemous joke in these parts. She's immediately accosted by some toughs who demand their fortune be told. They leave satisfied, and one of them is probably going to get shanked by the other two. Mission accomplished. In the safe house, Ramus somehow manages to win a lifetime of riches gambling at a game he'd only learned today. He earns a magical necklace of protection and buys new armor for Maharib, just because he's such a nice guy. Tension is stirred among the three Mara as they learn the peace of Miss Tippets has been broken by the Fool. We end our episode with one last victory by Ramus, a critically failed roll flipped entirely on its head by luck, and the whole bar ends up more or less enamored with this somehow lovable monster. I guess the rules really are different down here.
Things kind of went Dan's way towards the end of last episode, Max.
I heard 4 out of 6 rolls were critical successes.
Yeah. He got 14,000 gold.
Yeah, I mean he spent some of it, and some of it's tangled up in magic items. But yeah, it's you got a pile of gold. Basically, all of the void coin that belonged to anybody in this bar, and then anyone within like a block radius of the bar now belongs to Ramus Krill. Though where you're gonna safely keep it or what you're gonna do with it, that's up to you.
You got to
now
cash
have
out for
the-
items.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You get the
Void coin
mo
don't
money
mean
now.
shit.
Let's see if you get the mo problems also.
It's true.
So let's do a quick goals review. Max, if you want to change your goals at all, I looked at them last time. They seem like they're pretty much as is.
Yeah, I think-
but if you
I think
have
probably
a
as is.
last minute change, that's fine.
No, I mean,
so
nothing really changed with Berg, obviously. So
Ramus, I have your goals to find the aorta claim, right? Find where aorta's the secret void vein that he has. You find that. Rescue Little Action and escape the necropolis.
Yep.
And then Broken Promises. You are currently on your way to resolve 2 and in service of a 3rd. You want to make the deal for Little Action, make the deal for Yodazo's body, and lead everyone safely out of the city.
Yep.
Maharib, I have escape the void, collect Yotazo's remains, and then what did you? I have an older one for your 3rd one because it's done. What did you want for your 3rd one?
We said honor the oath between Amira and Broken Promises.
That's right. Okay, so make sure that the oath is fulfilled.
Yep.
Okay. Good. Okay. And then for Berg, what I've got for you is escape the void, rescue Little Action, and safeguard Ramus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are good. Okay, cool.
Although it would appear
So-
Ramus needs no safeguarding with his fucking
Yeah, Ramus has
Mountains
got
of
it. He's got it
gold
made
and-
in the shade.
easy goal.
Well, let's start there, shall we? Let's start with King Ramus of Shit Mountain. We fade in on the aftermath of Ramus having cleaned out the whole place, and somehow by some dark miracle, you have managed to not only win everybody's money, but like their friendship and adoration as well. So everyone in the bar is more or less broke, unless you're keeping them drinking. I think the party is probably coming to an end. Help us paint a scene for us, Ramus, because this is when Maharib and Amira return to the tea house. So they're gonna see this scene. So what do they come back to? What's Ramus doing?
I think I'm trying to get them to like Berg, so I'm like making up a story about how Berg is awesome and all the valiant things that he totally didn't do but did. And just making up a crazy stories about Berg and how awesome he is.
If only those stories were real about Berg, and Berg had really.
Yeah, if only
cool
Berg had ever
stories.
done anything cool ever.
God, if only he was interesting in any sense of the God. You know?
So what you want to do is like turn some of their goodwill towards you into goodwill towards Berg as like your friend, right? Berg, friend
like,
of Ramus. Okay.
Berg looks kind of sad and left out over there, so I want him to feel good too.
Okay. All right. Let's have you make a performance roll. And Berg, what's your charisma? 6? What's your
good.
worst stat? It is. Okay. So you're very hard to like. Berg is not an easy target for this. If Berg were like fun or handsome or cool, then these people it'd be easier for you, Ramus. But I'm gonna have you roll against let's say a difficulty of you're not at disadvantage. No one is actively trying to mess with you. Let's say a difficulty of 15. Give you a 15 to convince everybody here. Yeah, and this is where we're gonna set the tone.
Oh my God!
An 18
with a -1.
Our fantasy dice came up a 19. So the streak, at least for this roll, the streak continues. All right, so then Berg, you're the recipient of some of this goodwill, and these folks, these people in this place, this is a like a soldier's bar, right? This is where people who are warriors hang out, and so Ramus, they have been drawn towards your stories of Berg's martial prowess, right? Like whenever you tell a story about Berg being strong or taking on an enemy, a powerful enemy, those kinds of things, they love that shit, and they're all about it. So, yeah, so Berg, they're here for it. You're like Ramus's noble warrior protector, and so you have also become a recipient of some of this good energy. What are you doing while everyone is fawning over the words of your famous friend, and your own popularity is beginning to to rise. What are you up to, Berg? Are you just drinking? You hanging out? What's your response to all this? I guess is the question.
Probably continued drinking and then eating and drinking because there's literally nothing for Berg to be doing right now. He wants to stay. He's keeping like close eye on Ramus and just seeing all this go down. But because he's been largely unwanted his entire life, it's kind of just like, oh well, guess might as well get drunk and eat some food, whatever.
Yeah.
For food
yeah.
here.
Okay. So you're not like reveling in the attention. You're like standing on a table, like waving your weapon around, like telling everybody about how glorious you are. You're just kind of like letting Ramus be your hype man.
Yeah, letting Ramus do his thing.
Okay. All right. Okay. So the narrative then becomes less like they will remember Berg from all of the things that Ramus that you say. But they'll be this like, yeah, they're like watching you for something. Like there's this thing about still waters run deep. So I think that they're probably telling themselves stories about what you must be like and like waiting for you to like say something because it's gonna be super wise or poignant. But if you're just hanging out drinking and that's fine. It just builds on that mystery of the silent warrior. So Maharib, you and Amira walk into the tea house and you see this moment. You see this scene of Ramus in the middle of a story. Ramus, what would you do with all your money? Is it just like piled up on your table still?
I think I have I've sorted it into piles of shoes. There's weapons. There's like little. I look like a merchant stand around me almost because I have like these piles of stuff. All over the place.
Perfect. Okay. Good. Yeah. So that's what you see, Maharib, when you walk in.
Okay.
What do you do?
This armor that I got, by the way, am I allowed to just say what it looks like, or did it look any particular way since it was from someone else? What do you...
Yeah, it's got kind of a like a bit of a sort of Sekiro vibe, like because it's like Dark Souls version of samurai armor.
Right.
So it would be a like a full set of like a breastplate and shoulder and arm armor and like legs and boots. It would come with a helmet. It's up to you if you want to wear it or not. That's a purely aesthetic choice in this role playing game. And you can have it with a face. You can have a face mask or not. It's entirely up to you. But I think as long as you understand kind of the generic image of the milieu, right? The way that this environment makes stuff.
Sure.
That's what it looks like. So.
Okay. I'll think about what it looks like then.
Yeah, you can think on it for sure.
Give a description later. How long were we gone? Hours, right? Something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I think we just walk in, see Ramus probably fiddling with his coins and maybe like making sure a stack of quarters or the equivalent of this world is all stacked nicely and straight up so they're not going to tip over and walk up real close and any word from Broken Promises?
Oh, Mahari, my good friend. Hello. Welcome. Are you thirsty? Would you like a drink?
I suppose sure, yes.
Oh, here, have a beverage. How are you?
I'm quite good. Thank you for asking. Kind of like I'm looking around the room trying to figure out why he's being so nice all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
You look confused. I'm just very happy. Things are wonderful today. It is the best day ever.
I see. Where's Berg? Is he still upstairs?
He's right over there.
Okay.
Yeah, so pan over to Berg, just like sitting at the table, like a plate, some dumplings.
Okay. I'll turn back to Ramus. Does he understand everything in terms of what we're waiting on?
To be honest, I've given up on trying to figure out what he does and does not understand, so I just assume he does and hope for the best. I'm not really sure.
Okay. I'd maybe like look over towards Berg once again when he says that. Any word from Broken Promises? I'll ask again.
Her, yeah. Nothing yet. I've been a little busy. I haven't really seen or been checking, but nothing that I know of yet.
I take like a step back and look at the wealth that Ramus has acquired, and you're going to leave this all here. We're leaving. You realize that, yes?
Well, yeah, like I'm gonna take some of it though. Some of these are really nice. Like, look at these gloves. Look at the artwork on them. The stitching is amazing.
You hear a voice off to one side. You hear someone say, "Ramus, Ramus," and when you turn to look, there is a young warrior there, and he's holding a wooden carving. And you see on the table near him, he's got mostly empty beer. There's a knife, a whittling knife, and some wood shavings. And he's like, "Ramus, I made this for you." And he holds up a hand-carved wooden statue of you. It's like not great, but you can see the resemblance. And he holds it. I was like, "Ramus, I made this for you."
Oh my. That is the most exquisite creature I've ever seen in my life. What is it supposed to be? Breathtaking.
It's you, Ramus. I tried to capture your majesty. I just thought you might like it.
Oh. It is hard to capture something so great on such a dull material, but you did such a great job. I'm impressed.
Hey, thank you.
At this point, somewhere in that conversation, I'll leave and go over to Berg's table.
Yeah. Okay. So while you were talking to Ramus, Berg, the Amira walks over. It's very confusing when two characters from two shows have almost the same name. Amira walks over to your table, and she sits down. I don't think the two of you share a language. She doesn't say anything. She just kind of grunts at you, and yeah, sits down across from you and starts picking building shrapnel out of her clothes, like little splinters of wood, and brushing off dust.
Or just like looks at her.
She says something in giant and shrugs.
Or shrugs and just goes like offers her like, I don't know, he probably pours her like a glass of whatever the hell is around next to him. You're like,
yeah.
On a drink.
Yeah, so she doesn't understand your words, but she knows what you're getting at. And yeah, she takes the glass from you, takes the goblet, and she drinks. And then that's when Maharib come over.
Yeah, so I think when I approach, you kind of see me looking back over towards Ramus, talking with this person, showing off this basically an idol of Ramus to Ramus himself. Just kind of shaking my head, and I kind of slide into the booth and look at you. And this is a problem, Berg.
What is problem?
Ramus's newfound luck.
Oh, yes.
He's not going to want to leave.
We've just been here. Drinking and eating. Gambling. Very boring for me. I want to fight something.
We left Broken Promises. There was an ambush at Miss Tippett's, but she was going to go... Yes, they exploded and the building went with it, but she decided it would be in her best interest and our best interest if she went alone. From fear of getting captured, she could somehow, I'm sure, get herself out of it, but if the two of us were there, I kind of look at Amir when I say that, it would have been much more difficult, so we're waiting on her return, but apart from that, we have no other plans at the moment.
Shit. I was hoping you coming mean we could go.
Probably not the best idea to be walking out in the streets.
Harry, this place is so boring.
Cut back to Ramus surrounded by sycophants, pouring him drinks and feeding him candied plums and like, yeah, you're just having a great time. But over here at the bummer table, everything is not so shiny.
If it's more than, I don't know, 2 days worth, I suppose we should go looking for broken promises. Who knows what's going to happen there?
She seems tough from here, so at least there's that. But I have to tell you, I really am starting to hate this place.
Well, we'll be out of here soon if we have our way, but you're going to have to talk with Ramus. He's not going to be one to want to leave, especially after I look back, like eye up all of the money and everything sitting around him. After all that.
Oh, Berg, did you help remind me? Did you get to see the way that the Vault of the Devil tried to like trick Ramus? Were you there for Ramus's like weird fantasy room in that inn? Do you remember that? When it was like Master Ramus and everyone was like serving him like a god, and
I do remember that. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah, this kind of reminds you of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was before you were in heaven because that was right before you died.
Right. I must have been there then for that.
Yeah. Okay. It would be a reminder to us anyway as an audience that these scenes like they'd be shot similarly and they'd be framed up the same way. But yeah, you're right, Maharib. It seems like Ramus is getting what he wants. That everyone here in this place is treating him really well. But in the larger scheme of it, it's that he's getting all this mysterious respect too, right? That there's like people treating him like he's somehow special in a way that he wasn't in the other world.
I will talk to him if I need to when the time comes. And
Looks over.
it looks like that may be soon.
All right,
Yeah, and I think when you say that, it looks like it may be soon. We cut over, we crossfade to Broken Promises. Broken Promises, are you still dressed like Are you still like disguised as an old woman? Okay, so we cut over to an old woman. We see an old lady making her way slowly up the stairs towards the entrance to the vast debauched carnival that is the Divine Comedy. You can hear inside there is music playing. You can hear shouting and laughter, and it's got that same weird energy that you would be used to, Broken Promises, because they're just like this. But there is a frantic sort of like manic end of the world vibe to this place, and people come here to forget about their troubles and kind of give away their conscience. And so you walk towards this place. You're not inside yet, but you also know that somewhere in here are the court themselves and your target. So talk to me about your approach. What are you doing?
Would I know anything about like as far as gaining an audience with someone higher up who could connect me with one of the royalty, the king, the queen, that kind of stuff? Like, is there a protocol? I know this is the comedy and stuff, but would I know like any sort of like ins and outs? You know how like at the gate they like made you perform or do something dumb, that kind of shit. Like, would I know of any of that kind of thing that would actually get me in front of someone that has any sort of clout?
Make a history roll.
Okay. Ugh.
Okay, so it's not that you don't know.
Good.
It's not that,
Starting
it's not
off
that you.
strong.
Also, yeah, good. Thank you, Zeke. It's good to see that some things are reliably the same from session to session. I was really worried that things had changed, but same old core swords. So you, yeah, it's not so much that you're just flat out don't know. It's that they change the rules all the time, and the court of the Fool in Verse is driven by seemingly random edicts from their Mara overlord. And things change so fast that what might be like today, it might be like, bring me 12 human skulls, each painted a different color. And then tomorrow it might be, do a silly dance and whistle a song. Like that's it. You don't know. So, you're coming in blind, but so is everyone else.
Okay. Could I convince someone that is part of, I don't know, the actual court, like militarily, or someone that that I know is actually involved and not just like a bystander or whatever? Convince them. I would like to convince them that if they brought me to someone with power, that it would be beneficial to them to do so.
You could try.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can't know for certain until you get there and you start making the moves, but.
Yep. Okay. So I'll find someone who, like, if I see anyone who looks like they're giving orders.
Okay.
Or anything like that. Someone that looks like they're in a position of power. Perhaps they're wearing like a mock finery of a nobleman or something like dumb like that.
Yeah. So you come inside and we get this like wide angle shot that pans up into the place, like opens the place up as you walk inside. And it's like a shot from a Baz Luhrmann movie. The contrast is turned way up. The saturation is turned way up for this place, at least. And there are bright green banners hanging from the ceiling. The stage is bedecked with what look like flowers. We see green and black and white lotus flowers, all kind of set up in the front. There's an orchestra pit and there are musicians playing. And on stage, there appears to be a play going on in which we see a fat friar who's actually being played by two people. So this big fat friar in a sewn stuffed costume, and next to the big friar we see a knight. And the knight has his helmet on backwards and is like walking around backwards on stage. And he has his cape hanging down the front of him like an apron. And the two of them, they're doing kind of like a Punch and Judy routine. Like there's a slapstick comedic thing happening. Like one bumps into the other and falls down, and like his robes flop over his head. And so the two of them are in the middle of this kind of the satirical moment on stage, and the audience is just like uproariously laughing at this scene. Around the outside edge of the place, there is, as I described before, there's the mezzanine up above, where there are rooms in which various private and semi-private things are occurring. And then down here, it's a bar and a restaurant. There are tables and people are eating and drinking. There's some gambling going on, but it's not a casino. And when you walk in, there's a woman dressed in clown makeup and like a checkered like a bodysuit. She is standing at the front, and she gives you like a kind of mocking bow. There's a faint jingling of the iron bells hanging from her hat, and she says, "Are you lost, Granny? The fortune-telling tents are outside. All the real fun's in here."
No, I'm not lost. I seek an audience. Who do you serve?
And when you say I seek an audience, she smiles and her mouth opens like she's obviously been flesh crafted, and her mouth opens way wider than it should, and she's got maybe 4 or 5 times more teeth than she needs. And she smiles and she kind of like leans into you, and she says, "Looking for an audience, aren't we all?" And she looks around and says,
Well, the place is full, but it looks like they're being entertained already. Maybe I can get you a table, and a drink, something to eat.
Oh, I don't think I need any of that. What I need is to give you an opportunity that will serve you well. Are you interested in fame, fortune, accolades, promotion, any of those things? Because those things are things that I can provide you.
Yeah, she's eyeballing you suspiciously. Make a persuasion.
Oh God. 17. Okay.
Ooh,
I
that's
can deal
17.
with that.
Okay. So she says there are auditions coming up. What are you talking about?
I have information. I hear things. I see things. I know things. Things that are valuable to you and your masters, the comedy, all of them. And if you were to bring me to someone with which I could share that information, oh, they would be happy with you, wouldn't they?
She kind of like looks at you and looks around. She says, it's a risk to me. If they're displeased, you slip away. You're going to need to pay me. Give me some coins. She like puts her hand out. Like, come on.
Now, okay, since I've been a part of this world,
Yeah.
and I know like what the value of a coin is.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you hate this question, but like,
No, that's fine.
I'm not, because I mean I've done blackmailing and bribery and shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
can I give her like enough to get what I want, or is it going to have to be like thousands? Actually, you know what? Can I do an insight check to see like how pliable she is?
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I was gonna say.
Okay. 18.
Okay. Yeah, like the thing is you don't want to overinvest in this particular person because she is still just like she's the doorman, right? She's
right.
You can bribe her to get in, but you know, you want to hang on to it. Yeah, it depends. You don't want to offend her, but like a couple of coins, I mean, you got money. A couple hundred gold in D&D currency would do it.
Okay.
You know, it's not going to be some exorbitant amount. Even if you gave her that much, she wouldn't like. You're going to hit the maximum amount of money that this is going to take pretty quickly. So,
okay. So, let's see. Oh shit! Yeah. So I since it's in not only it's in not just coins but gems and stuff like that. Like, is that a readily traded thing? Would be like
no. So remember,
or not?
Basically, you as a D&D character, your wealth is measured in gold, which is irrelevant because we use these special enchanted juice imbibed coins here. But we're still measuring in the amount of money. So you just tell me how much money you're spending, and it's a number of coins, but there's no clear.
Okay. I'll give her a bag of 50.
Like 50 gold. Yeah. So like, you pass her a coin. And she slips it into her sleeve, and she points to a booth, an unoccupied booth near the side, and she says, "Go and sit. I'll see what I can do."
Yes, and I like pull out another little baggie of coins, and I'm like, you should hurry. And I just jingle it for her and put it back.
Yeah. So she starts to turn and she turns back around and there is there's a like a fear mixed with greed in her eyes. You can see the two things like fighting each other. And she says to you before she goes, she says, you have to give me something. Not more coins, just something that I can tell them. What do you have for them? Saying you have information isn't going to be enough.
Tell them I know. 1 second here. Oh,
Do you know what they
shit,
did
that's
last
right. I
time?
didn't put it down on my character sheet. I put it down on an opposite. I forgot because people can look at my character sheet now. So I put like private shit in a different like.
Yes,
page.
yeah. We have to hide our secrets from chat now.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, yeah. I want to keep some mystique. Let's see
You
here.
can also put some stuff to throw off chat.
It's true.
Yeah, some red herrings in there.
Yep. Kill self in 3 episodes. Shock audience.
Did I not do that?
Note to self: new credit card number is.
Yeah, no shit. My home address, in case I forget.
Just like a video game, you know, people just putting
Where
down
the
notes with really sensitive information.
What's the guy's name? Neil.
Yes, yeah. What about him?
Neil's? What's his name? Like I wrote it down. I
His,
can't
like
find it.
his full name.
Well, yeah. What would he
God,
be known
it's so
as?
long.
Like he who kneels, or
It depends on if you want to be offensive to him or not. He's got a really long, obnoxious title. He's the Deacon of Blood and Ash, fallen from his sight into shadow in the Outlands, the Retributor and Kneeler before the altar. If you want to be a dick, you call him Kneel or the Kneeler. Fallen from sight or Deacon of Blood are both fine.
okay,
If you want to be like respectful but short.
gotcha. Okay, so that's what I say. I have information regarding the Kneeler. That would be very valuable.
Kind of like scowls. Information like what? Give me something. Help me bait the hook. Otherwise, I'm going to go in there and they're going to throw me out. And then I'm going to come here and throw you out.
Very well. And I'm trying to think of something that I would know. I would add to.
Yeah, I mean, since we haven't
lore
detailed, this is
here.
the thing about a character with like information that doesn't exist yet. You can tell me something of like some secret thing, and it doesn't have to be the actual information, but you can say like like a secret entrance into the basilica, or like someone that went missing that the deacon has in their possession, or like you can just make up a secret.
Okay. Would this be fair if I said that I know he has a predilection, a specific want. I know where he goes to get it.
Kind of scowls like, I mean, that's true about everybody, but she'll go if that's all you give her.
Go on then. Go get your boss. You will be rewarded.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So she leaves. What do you do in the meantime? Because this is gonna take her a minute to go and like, try and get her boss's attention and then, go through that process.
I think that I would I'll go and watch the show.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go and sit in the audience, watch the show, and just kind of try and get a good look at my surroundings, you know, do the whole spy thing, like points of ingress, points of egress, all that kind of stuff. Like, where are my exits? Like, you know.
All right. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. Chris.
Oh, nice.
Look at that.
Okay. So there's a constant influx of people through the front door. People who are coming to this place. The comedy itself is bumping, right? It's as packed as it ever is. It is clear that whatever is going on, whatever their normal show is, they've cranked it up. And so there's this constant influx of people, and you would think that the place would get full and there wouldn't be anywhere else to stand after a while. But if you watch, and you have plenty of opportunity to, you watch, it seems like every once in a while, there'll be a group of people, servants of the comedy, who are passing sort of through the crowd. They'll go to a table, or they'll go to an individual, or they'll go to a couple of people, and they'll have a conversation. You don't overhear any of these. You'll have a conversation, and then they'll all leave together. They'll like go into the back. They'll leave the place. For what? Hard to say. Why? No one knows. But people are in the audience. People are being like taken away somewhere else, and not against their will. It's like someone will come up and talk to them, and then they seem to agree with them, and then they go elsewhere.
Okay.
And you notice that lean happening over the course of.
Yeah, I'll lean over to anyone who's close. Like, you know, like an old woman, and just like kind of like grab on them, like pull on their clothing. Oh, excuse me, my first time being here. First time they've let me in. What's going on in the back there? There are people being
The person
taken.
that you so you're just pulling on like a random person.
Yep, just a random person because I'm an old woman.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. All right. So there's some like some like woman with her friends, and you're tugging her sleeve, and she turns around and she's just like, listens to you. She's like, leave me alone. My friends and I are trying to have a good time. And she like puts her hand in your face and just pushes you away from her.
No need for the rudeness. I just want to know what's going on. I'm here to laugh and have a good time like everyone else. I want to make the most of it. I don't know when they'll let me back in here. So if you would be so kind as to let me know what's going on back there.
Make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. 13.
Ooh, 13. Okay. So she sneers and turns her full attention to you, and she gives her drink to one of her friends.
Mm-hmm.
And she turns to you and she says, "You better get away from me, Grandma." And she like cracks her knuckles, or you're going to miss the second act on account of your being dead.
Now. There's no need for that. What kind of sport would I make if you were to attack me? All I wanted to know what was going on back there. You seem to have a good time. Why can't I?
She's a little drunk, and she's considering whether or not her good time involves beating an old woman to death.
Yeah.
And she just, one of her friends is like, "Come on, leave her alone." And she's just like, "Fuck off." I'm angry at this lady. And she's like,
Let me get you a drink. Let me get you a drink. I'll buy you the next one.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
So you can get yourself out of here. All
21?
right, there you go. You got 21. So she's like, she puts her hands up. She's like, "Fine, you can buy me a drink, and I won't kill you. It's a fair deal." And she turns to her friends like, "This is fair, right? I'm being fair." And her friends are just like, "Yes, yeah, of course you are." That's so
I
fair.
look at her
Super
friends
fair.
like I look at not at her, but at her friends. And I say,
Yeah.
Yes, she's very fair, isn't she? Very fair. Very fair.
And we all agree together this is a very fair deal. They have no idea what you're talking about, though. They did not get a 23 on their perception checks. No one else seems to be noticing this, is the thing. It's happening very surreptitiously. Yeah, people are just being like plucked from the audience and disappearing.
Well, I'm gonna do a little stealth and go I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get that drink, and I'll be back.
Yeah, you better. Just
And then
go get
me
me.
and you, look at me. Me and you,
She
we're gonna
looks
get
near you.
very drunk. How does that sound?
I'm way ahead of you, Grandma.
Oh well, I need to catch up then. I'll be right back, and I'd leave.
And you like head off. Okay. All right. Okay.
I suddenly why did I
Yeah.
turn into the penguin?
I don't know. Yeah, you're an old woman played by Danny DeVito. So what are you gonna
Burgess Meredith?
what are you gonna do? Do you so you walk
No, I'm
away
gonna
from
stealth.
your
I'm gonna stealth and find out
so you
what
want to slip
the
into the
fuck's going
crowd
on.
and
Yeah, I want to find out
so
what the fuck
how
people
are you
being taken.
how are you gonna do that? Are you gonna like follow a group out or how are you gonna
Well,
find out?
I'm gonna go as far as I can to see like, are they like where they're taking them? Like, are they taking them through a curtain, through like down like
Yeah, they're
around a
going
corner,
back
or
they're going backstage. There are a couple of exits on either side of the stage, and they're being taken back there.
okay, I'm gonna walk back there like I know what I'm doing.
Okay, all right. And you want to try to sneak
Yeah.
there?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, make a stealth check.
No, I'm not gonna sneak. Like that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like
you're just gonna like
it doesn't
walk
seem
in?
like I can sneak. No, I'm.
You could, yeah. There's no
The funny
guards
thing
at
is,
the
like,
door.
I've gotten in a lot of places just walking in like I own it.
Uh-huh.
Like they don't really question you if you're just like looking for somebody. Like, hey, you know, like walking around. So I'm gonna be going like that. Okay, so that's what I do.
Yeah, you just walk backstage.
Yep,
Okay.
head
All
held
right.
high,
Well,
as high as an old woman can. Just like,
mhm. Yeah. I mean, you're like lower torso level to everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So you just walk back there, and I think like with any backstage scene, you know, you walk by like a dressing room and you see people like putting makeup on and like practicing lines, and there isn't anybody like they're all too busy with their own thing to really notice you as you head back here. What are you looking for?
well, as the as I get back there, is there anyone like anyone see me or notice me like walk back or try to stop me or anything?
Not yet. You have a moment before anyone has a chance
Okay.
to do that.
Perfect. Then because my spell is about to run out. It's an hour long.
Okay. Yep.
So it's about to run out, and I'll let it dissipate,
Okay.
and I will revert back to my normal look and
Mhm.
stuff like that. And I'll sneak around, try not to be seen now. And
So you walk sort of up and out of your disguise as though emerging from a cloud of black fog, right? Like you become taller and like shed the disguise and it kind of peels away from you and fades. And you're now just standing in the hallway. So what is your goal back here in this moment before anyone notices you? Now that you're back here, what do you want to do?
I just want to see where people are being led. Like I just want to observe. Like I want to like try and like hide in like corners or curtains or
Okay.
you know.
So just
shadowy
you want to
places.
just stay hidden until you see somebody being taken back wherever people are being taken.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right.
And
Now you can make
if
yourself-
there's an obvious path like to where they're going, because if it's backstage, like there's like dressing rooms and costumes and props and all type of shit like laying everywhere if it's any stage I've been on.
Yeah. Make a stealth check. It's not too hard to hide
Okay.
back here. Everyone's preoccupied with their own shit.
14.
Okay. You got 14. All right. I'm gonna see. Let's see here. You get discovered. So they're gonna be. I think they don't have a great chance to find you, but I'm gonna give them disadvantage. Because no one's looking for like intruders back here. So 17 or a 10. There you go. Okay. So
Okay.
if it weren't so busy, if they weren't in the middle of a series of performances, if things weren't so raucous around here already, you definitely would get caught. But there, you have a chance to, hide in the shadows as a stage manager goes by. And basically everyone back here is either in some state of undress, they are wearing a garish costume, or they are part of a group that you've heard of them. They're stage crew basically, and they're like enchanted. Either what they're wearing is enchanted. They have like black masks that they wear, and they wear all black, and they operate behind the scenes for the Divine Comedy. They never speak. You see them walk by, and they make no sound. And their job is to make sure everything happens on stage without a hitch. And these are the sentinels that you are avoiding. So you see the crew kind of glide by a few times, but you manage to ignore their events. They don't see you.
Okay.
And then you see somebody, one of the members of the comedy, someone dressed in a like a dandy's outfit with a powdered wig. You see them come in, talking to a guest. This person is probably a vein hunter of some kind. So they have they have a couple of swords, and they look like a little drunk, and they're talking to this dandy, and the dandy is like, "Oh yes, you've been chosen especially. All you have to do is just come down this way, and we'll get you into the real party." And the vein hunter is like, "Of course." It's just my friends are still outside, and the dandy's like, "Oh, don't worry about them. They haven't been chosen the way you have. Come on." And he puts his arm out, and the vein hunter like takes it kind of like shakily, and the two of them walk past you.
Okay. Could I follow them with the idea that of not being caught? Like, does it look like
you're still hidden?
A fool's errand? Okay, cool. Then
Yeah, no,
I'll
you can
follow
totally-
them until I feel like it's too dangerous, and then we'll stop there and
I'm not
decide what's
gonna
next.
tell you when it's too dangerous, but you decide when you're gonna bail.
Yeah. Just describe the scene, and I'll decide when it's time to book.
Okay. All right. So you follow them around the back. So the comedy has it's sort of vaguely circular shape, and the back half of the circle is all backstage, where all of the machinery of the stage is, where they keep the instruments and all of that, and where rehearsal space is sort of hidden away behind the wings. But you don't see any backstage stuff. You follow them away from things. So you hear the sound of the audience and everything. You hear that kind of like fade away as you go. They come to a door, and the dandy unlocks the door with a set of iron keys, and opens the door, and the vein hunter wobbles slightly, and is like, "Are we going down there?" And he's like, Of course. Down the stairs now. Watch your step." And so the vein hunter is like, "It smells funny." And they're like, "Don't worry about it. Come on." And the two of them descend down this stone staircase somewhere.
He didn't lock the door behind him.
He did not. No.
Okay. I'm gonna try and smell the smell that he talked about.
Make a perception check.
Okay. 21.
It's a musky smell. It's got like a wet animal smell.
Like wet dog, maybe?
Yeah, like something like that.
Oh, goody. Perfect. Okay. With that 21, can I listen, or do I have to make a new check to see if there's
You just hear the sound of their footsteps.
Yeah.
You just hear the sound of their footsteps descending.
Okay.
And getting quieter and quieter.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep following.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
you
keep
slip
following
in
stealthily.
as the As the gate is swinging closed behind you, and you slip down into the stairwell and continue.
Yep.
Okay, all right. You follow them down the dark set of stairs.
Yep, keeping a good
now,
distance.
Normally this would be where I cut back to Berg, Ramus, and Maharib, but I think the three of you are kind of in a waiting pattern, right? You're waiting for Broken Promises to come back.
Or less, yeah.
Okay, all right. So you guys let me know. I'll check in with you again if there's an opportunity, but we'll stick with Broken Promises for now. Formerly old lady, now back to your normal shape. You follow Broken Promises. You follow them down this long winding stair, and every once in a while you reach a landing that heads out into another hallway. First one, the second, the third, until you would imagine that you are 10, 12, 15 stories below the city of opportunity.
Like
Just
going down
and down and down
all right.
and down. Yep.
Okay.
And and then you come to the end of the stairs in the sense that there are two doors. There is one, an ancient looking stone door right in front of you where the staircase ends, right at the landing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's right in front of you. And that door looks like it's been sealed shut. There's no clear way to open it. There's no obvious sign. And around the outside edge there is some kind of material like water, making it watertight or airtight, like sealing this door. To the right of this door there is another metal, it's like a portcullis basically. It's like a grated door, but it doesn't have a lock on it. Just open. You can slip through. And this is definitely where they went.
Okay.
The smell is very, very strong down here.
Okay, I keep listening to see if there's any other change in sound. I know the smell's getting strong, but is there sound starting to come out?
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
Okay. Fuck, man. I know what I want to do as a player, but I think Broken Promises would probably say this is in my head. Broken Promises was thinking that maybe that this would be like a secret meeting chamber or something like that for the king or the queen or something like that, and they were taking pleasure in feeding things to their beasts that they keep down there and stuff like that, and playing and having fun with them. And this was just like a trap for that kind of shit. But the more I'm considering it, I'd probably have a better chance up top in going back and finding the person who I talked to first as the old lady.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of think better of it. You see her like put her hand up to the grating
to
like push it, and then she pulls her hand away, shakes her head, thinks about it, like, why would the king, queen, or anybody be down here? Wouldn't feed their beasts themselves. They would have somebody else do it. Starts ascending the stairs again, going back up
the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
God damn
so
it.
we see you. Yeah, we see you come. You stand on the threshold a moment. You lurk there a minute, and then turn and head back up the stairs, leaving behind the stink and the long hallway and that weird door. And we'll just like fade the long thing. You come back out into the party. You come back out from backstage. And have you redonned your old lady disguise or?
No, I'm actually gonna keep an eye on where she sat me down, and
Yeah,
see, like, watch her come over, and then if she has someone behind her, like she's actually bringing someone with her, then we'll go from there.
Yeah. I mean, I think when you come out, you look across the crowd. The party is still in full swing. You see that the woman at the door, and she's standing at the table, and her body language is screaming, "I don't know. She was right here." And she's talking to another member of the court. This one looks like you can't tell them apart. This person is just dressed in like a theatrical costume, and the two of them are talking. And she's got this apologetic body language, like, I don't know. She was right here.
Okay. Then I'll walk up to them.
Okay.
Since they're both there, I'll walk up, and as soon as they catch sight of me, or because they're not expecting to see me, so like I'll walk up.
You have the drop on them. Yeah, you can just walk up.
I'll walk up, and I will look to the person who I talked to first, and I will say, woman? Yes, and I will say, apologies for the ruse, but my associate, the old woman, I had to send her in first because it's a delicate matter. So I'm sorry if I caused any confusion. And it's you I'm to be talking to, the audience I sought.
And the two of them look at each other, and she's like, see, I told you. And he's like, this is an old woman. And she's like, you just heard what she said, right? And he's like, this whole thing smells. You have information for the court? He turns to you.
I do.
Come with me.
I go.
Okay. All right. So we cut to another room. You can still hear the sounds of the audience, like laughing and everything, but you're in essentially like one of these private rooms up in the mezzanine. The room itself is appointed subtly in with leather furniture. There's a leather bench. There's no windows. The door is shut. There's a table. You were brought into this room, and the woman you originally talked to is gone. She has fulfilled her duty. She got her money and she got out of here. The guy points at the bench and he says, sit.
I sit.
Good. Now wait. And he walks out. You hear the door lock.
I look around the room, like waiting, and just because because of the time in that temple or that whatever, I just kind of say to the air, like, if you're there, you can come out now.
There's no response. So the room has
okay.
Yeah, the room has this sort of bench thing that you're sitting on, this leather bench. There's a table. There is another piece of furniture in the room. It's a big black wooden like armoire. It's currently shut. That's the only other piece of furniture in the room that you have been locked into. You just wait.
Yep, I'm just waiting.
Okay. All right. So you sit and you wait for a while, and time goes by a little longer, a little more time, and then you hear a click as the door opens. It's hard to track, but it's been at least an hour, maybe more. And you hear the door, the door lock click. The door opens, and you see two figures outside. First, in an iron and wooden chair, you see a person. You can't see their face. They're wearing a veil covering them, and they appear to be sick. They're sitting in a chair with big like wooden and metal wheels, and then behind them, an enormous brute a huge creature. Though the last time we saw the page, he was wearing like next to nothing. He had just like his loincloth on or whatever, but he's been dressed up now.
Oh no!
Yeah,
the jug was in his mouth or something? I don't know.
Yeah. So now he's wearing a like a clown outfit. He's got a ruffled collar. He still has no shirt on, but he has a big ruffle like Elizabethan collar on. His makeup has been done, and they've drawn a face on the outside of his like faceless face because we know he has his little tiny face on the inside of his mouth. And so he has this awful like kid's like crayon drawing of a face on his like smooth flesh. And he pushes the chair into the room. And then with a huge hand, like closes the door. There is a faint sound of breathing from the inside of the veil. And it sounds like the person is not having an easy time of it.
And I would know that this is the
you
night.
You recognize them right away. Absolutely. This is the night.
Okay.
It's the night in the page.
Okay, cool.
So,
well,
yeah.
I see that it took me, or it's perhaps my reputation precedes me. Perhaps you knew I was coming, or perhaps the information that I teased at was good enough to get your attention. Thank you for joining me.
We had wondered when you would come here. Promises. We had heard you were liquidating our assets. Are you going somewhere?
I think you know the answer to that. I don't have to tell you.
Do you think you can survive the journey?
I don't know. They did. Why wouldn't I?
They're not from here. All things from that world find their way to us. A one-way trip.
Yes, but sometimes things from this world find their way over there.
We've
Just
built our kingdom on it. So, you want to try the journey? What can the comedy do to help you?
You want to help me?
Yes. You serve the deacon and have done so well. Your fingers have been in our pockets more than once. To be rid of you would be a blow to our enemy. Whether you live or die, kneeler before the altar would suffer from your loss. So go.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad you hold me in such high regard. But there is a reason why I'm here. I do want to leave. And I want to leave permanently. But I need to ask.
Permanence.
I need to ask you for a trade. Are you up for that?
Yes. And there's a nod from within the cloud of veils. If I were not, I would not be here.
And I would be in the pit.
There's just like a somber nod.
The cycle is yet young.
Okay. Here are my terms. I will give you all the information, everything I've gathered from years of working for the Basilica and for the Kneeler. All of it. Contacts, locations, names, secrets. You can have all of it. I need two things. They are non-negotiable. One of them, you have a vein hunter in your possession. Somewhere. I'm not sure. Dead, alive, tortured, pit. But he goes by the name of Too Much Talk, Too Little Action.
Yes, we know of him. Talented diviner. So it won't be the opportunity vein that will be passage then. You're looking for Aorta's promise, aren't you?
Possibly.
Don't play
I'm not.
coy.
I'm not. This is not my area of expertise. How we get out, where we get out. I've been told it's on the outside of the city. If you have a faster approach, I would gladly take it. Me, Little Action, my companions, and one more thing. The other non-negotiable part of the contract. There was strange-looking person, large ears, trunk. Do I know what an elephant is, or do I not?
No one does. No one in this world. You could describe
Okay.
it, but
Okay.
you've never heard of, like, that word is foreign to you.
Pale, pale white skin. Ears very large. Nose very elongated. Wearing what looked like clothes that you provided him with. And, well, it was your colors. Reminded me of a...
My sister's toy. Yes. I think I know.
That's the one. I want his body. And I want Little Action freed to my custody. I will give you everything you need to put the first crack in the dam to breaking the Basilica.
This place will soon fall to my master. The knight and the Basilica both will be unable to stop it. You are not changing the future, but you will ease his ascension.
You know as well as I do, if one of the Mara comes, the other are bound to follow. This place will be chaos incarnate, blood and war and fighting for who knows how long. Any advantage in that situation would be worth its weight in gold, don't you think? Or at least worth its weight in two bodies.
A question. First, are you a woman of faith? Promises?
Why?
You will have to be, I'm afraid. Give us what you know, and I will deliver the things that you desire.
I'm gonna can I do an insight
when he-
check
so
to see?
You can, yeah. So
Okay.
disadvantage because you can't. There's no body language. You can't see his face.
Right.
But yeah, you can make the roll.
Okay. Disadvantage. Okay. 18.
Oh, hot damn! Okay. Yeah. No. You don't get the impression that you're being lied to or misled.
Okay.
And as you're taking a moment, right? The page crouches down and takes something from under the chair. It's a box, and in one massive hand, like opens it up, kind of with his thumb, and in its velvet lined interior, there is a syringe. That's a glass syringe. It is empty currently. It has a big, thick needle like the size of a straw. And it's made out of that same like greenish juice material that they make the coins out of. So you see it, and the page is just holding it. Say anything, or do you let the night continue?
Let him continue.
Yeah, he says, "We will need, like your beloved void, to extract your thoughts. If you comply, the deal is struck, and you'll have your body and the diviner within a matter of hours."
I believe you. But you realize this is a difficult decision for someone who usually is on the other end of things. Very well. I agree. And I put out my arm.
And he there's a chuckle from under the veils.
You're gonna put it in my fucking head, aren't you?
Yeah, you hear a laugh like, "Oh no, brother, hold her down." And he takes a step towards you, and I think he eclipses the camera, and we don't get to see what happens, right? It cuts out there as he approaches you, taking the needle, and you realize it's sized for his massive behemoth fingers. As he takes a step towards you, he blocks the camera, and we'll cut to break there. So there we go.
Okay.
I mean,
there went my safety policy.
You did it. But yeah, we'll talk about what broken promises, what happens to you afterwards, and you'll get the things you want. And then, as Berg was hoping for, maybe it's time to go. Maybe now you can start the trip to get out of here. If Ramus agrees, maybe Ramus is just gonna be like, nah, we're good. Yeah. So cool. Yeah, let's take a quick break, and then we'll do that.
All right, yeah, let's take a quick break. We'll come back and see what happens, Zeke. I'm super eager, so it'll be a quick break, I'm sure. We'll be right back with more cortisol.
I'm glad you're so excited about this, JP. I'm so happy.
I'm great. I'm happy for you,
Even
Zeke.
fucking Dan is smiling about this.
It's true. All right, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. More Quarter Swords right after this. We'll see you then.